Ever wanted to master the piano in just 10 minutes? You might think it's impossible, but today we're going to show you how to go from basic to legend in that short amount of time. We'll cover 4 key areas: fingering, scales, chords, and songs. By the end, you'll have a solid foundation in piano playing and even be able to play 10 popular songs. So buckle up, because we're about to embark on a thrilling journey of music. Diving right in, we begin with fingering. In piano playing, it's essential to know how each finger is numbered. This numbering system is quite straightforward. Starting with your thumbs as number 1, your fingers are numbered consecutively up to your pinkies, which are number 5. This applies to both hands. Now, it's not just about knowing which finger is which, it's about how you position them too. The secret to a good piano technique lies in keeping your fingers curved and relaxed. Imagine holding a small ball in your hand. That's the kind of shape you're aiming for. This position enables you to move your fingers with agility and precision, which are vital when playing the piano. Keeping your fingers curved and relaxed also prevents strain, allowing you to play longer and more comfortably. With these finger placements, you're ready to move on to scales. Scales are the backbone of any musical piece. They're the roadmap that guides every melody, harmony, and chord progression. So let's dive right in. We'll start with the C major scale. This one's pretty easy because it only involves the white keys. Start on C and just walk up the keys. You'll notice a certain happy sound to it. That's a key characteristic of major scales. Now let's move up to the A minor scale. Again, start on A and walk up the white keys until you reach the next A. You'll notice that this scale sounds a little more sad or melancholy. This is the signature sound of a minor scale. You see, major and minor scales may look similar, but they have a distinct difference in sound. Major scales like our C major have a joyful, bright sound. They're often used in upbeat and happy songs. Minor scales, on the other hand, like our A minor, have a more somber, emotional tone. They're frequently found in ballads or songs with a more serious message. Learning to recognize and play these scales is a fundamental part of mastering the piano. They're the building blocks that will help you understand how songs are constructed. And once you get them under your fingers, you'll find yourself playing with more confidence and ease. Now that you've mastered scales, it's time to take a look at chords. Chords add depth and richness to your music. They're the backbone of most songs, adding color and texture to melodies. So let's dive into the world of chords. Picture chords as a group of notes, usually 3 or more, played simultaneously. They can be major, minor, diminished, augmented, and so forth. But don't worry, we'll cover all these in due time. Today, we're going to focus on the C major chord, a perfect starting point for any beginner. The C major chord is composed of 3 notes, C, E, and G. It's like a little family of notes that love to hang out together. Now let's talk fingering. For the right hand, your thumb or finger 1 will press the C note. Your middle finger or finger 3 will press the E note, and your pinky or finger 5 will play the G note. For the left hand, it's the mirror image. Your pinky or finger 5 will press the C note. Your middle finger or finger 3 will play the E, and your thumb or finger 1 will press the G. Remember, keep your fingers curved and relaxed. No need to rush. Take your time to get comfortable with the positions. With chords under your belt, let's learn how to increase your fingering speed. Remember, practice is key to mastering these chords and making them second nature. Speed may not be everything, but it's definitely something. As we delve into the world of piano playing, one aspect that often presents a challenge is how to increase your fingering speed. But don't fret, with a few tips and tricks, you'll soon be gliding across those keys with ease. Firstly, it's key to remember that speed is not just about moving your fingers faster. It's about having control and precision in your movements. So, start slow. Think of it like learning to drive. You wouldn't start off at 100 miles per hour, right? It's the same with piano playing. Begin with a speed that allows you to play each note clearly and accurately. Now, let's talk about scales. Scales are your best friends when it comes to improving your fingering speed. Start by playing a scale slowly, making sure each note rings out clearly. Gradually increase your speed, but remember, don't sacrifice accuracy for speed. The goal is to maintain precision as you play faster. Incorporate daily practice into your routine. Consistency is key in mastering any skill, and piano playing is no different. set aside some time each day to practice your scales and exercises. You'll be surprised at how much you improve over time. And finally, stay relaxed. Tension is a speed killer. Keep your hands and fingers relaxed and let them flow over the keys. With these speed techniques, you're ready to apply what you've learned. Music is all about creating and sharing. Now that we've mastered the basics, it's time to put that knowledge into practice with 10 songs that range from simple to complex. Starting with the basics, we'll tackle Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. This song is perfect for beginners as it uses the C major scale and the C major chord we've learned. Remember to keep your fingers curved and relaxed as you play. Next, we'll move on to Mary Had a Little Lamb, another classic tune that employs the E minor scale and E minor chord. As you play, try to increase your speed without sacrificing accuracy. Our third song is Happy Birthday, a universally known melody that will give us a chance to practice our F major scale and F major chord. As we progress to slightly more complex songs, we'll explore Jingle Bells, a festive favorite that introduces the G major scale and G major chord. Our fifth song, Old MacDonald Had a Farm, will challenge you with its D major scale and D major chord. Moving forward, London Bridge is Falling Down will provide an opportunity to practice the A major scale and a major chord. Next, Yankee Doodle will introduce the B major scale and B major chord, adding a little more complexity to our repertoire. Our eighth song, The Wheels on the Bus, will let us revisit the C major scale and chord, but with a faster tempo. Our penultimate song, Row, Row, Row Your Boat, will give us a chance to practice the E major scale and chord. Finally, we'll wrap up with the Alphabet Song, a fun tune that will test all the scales and chords we've learned today. Remember, practice makes perfect. So take your time, enjoy the process, and before you know it, you'll be playing these songs effortlessly. Now you're not just playing notes, but making music. Every song is a new adventure waiting to be explored. Whether you're listening to a chart-topping hit or an obscure indie track, the beauty of music lies in its structure and complexity. Today, we're going to delve into the process of identifying a song's key and picking out its chords and melody notes. Identifying the key is our first step. This is the tonal center or home base of a song. Think of it as the foundation upon which the rest of the song is built. Now you might be wondering, how do I identify the key? Well, in most pop and rock songs, the key is often the same as the first and last chord of the song. For example, if a song starts and ends with a C major chord, it's likely in the key of C major. Next, let's turn our attention to the chords. Chords form the harmonic backbone of a song, giving it depth and richness. Often you'll find the chords playing in the lower registers of the piano, typically by the left hand. Listening for the bass notes can help you identify these chords. Remember our chord fingering lesson, that'll come in handy now. Lastly, we'll find the melody notes. The melody is the part of the song that you'd hum or sing along to. It's the tune that gets stuck in your head. In most cases, the melody notes fall within the chords we've identified. The right hand on the piano typically plays the melody. So the next time you listen to a song, try to identify the key, pick out the chords, and find the melody notes. With some practice, you'll be able to do this almost instinctively. It's like learning a new language. Initially challenging, but incredibly rewarding once you've mastered it. And there you have it. You're now ready to take on any song.